Hello, learners. Welcome back. Alright, so today we are going to start with note making, which comes under the reading section. Alright, so this question consists of an unseen passage of 400 to 500 words, and a student needs to give the passage a suitable title. Alright, so there would be an unseen passage, and what you as a learner are supposed to do is to go through that unseen passage and to give an apt title, a suitable title that would basically capture the quintessence, that would capture the essence, and you are supposed to give an apt title that actually summarizes what that unseen passage is all about. Alright? Okay, then moving on to the next point, to make notes on the passage using abbreviations. So you are supposed to make notes, as the name only suggests. It's note making, so obviously you are supposed to make notes, and you would be given an unseen passage that you haven't seen before in your lifetime. So you would be having an unseen passage, and you're supposed to make notes on the basis of that passage, whatever you have understood. For that, you need to have gone through the passage, and you need to collect the important points that according to you are important, and then you have to use abbreviations, minimum 4 abbreviations. They have to be you have to use minimum 4 abbreviations. All right, whenever necessary. So whenever you come across any word that can be shortened in length, that's what an abbreviation is all about. Then you have to make sure that you use abbreviations while you are making notes based on the passage. All right, based on the unseen passage. Then third point is to write a summary of the passage. Then what is your third and final point, or that you should keep in mind, is to write a summary of the passage. Now you're supposed to write down the summary of the passage. What is writing a summary? That is to develop the notes into a paragraph form, right? That's what we refer to, or that's what we mean whenever we say summary. All right, very important, because as it is, note making is very important. It would be very beneficial for you people, for you children, for all learners out there, in order to make notes. That's the collection of important points. But how do you do it? We'll get to know in this lecture. All right, so here the marking scheme goes like this. Title. So for title, you would be having 1 mark. For note making, you would be having 2 marks. For abbreviations, you would be having 1 mark. Then for summary, you would be having 4 marks, and total it would make out to 8 marks. All right. Now here it goes. Finding title. All right, so the title should be short, precise, and relevant. Now you need to make sure that the title is short, it's precise, and it's relevant. It shouldn't be that it's very lengthy in nature, right? It should be short, but at the same time it should say what has been said throughout and what is important. So you need to keep in mind what is important and what is not. All right, never pick a long sentence as a title. Secondly, you are not supposed to pick any sort of long sentence. All right, thirdly, what you should keep in mind is the title should reveal the spirit and strength of the passage. As I've been mentioning time and again, that the title should reveal the spirit and strength of the passage. It should reveal what the passage is all about. Fourthly, begin title with capital letter. It can be a single word or a phrase, but you should always begin it with a capital letter. All right. Then we move on to making notes. Notes should be short, precise, and to the point. That's what actually the purpose of making notes is, isn't it? So not full length sentences. They shouldn't be that, they're full length sentences. Otherwise, what is the point of even making notes? You can just copy down everything, copy and paste. But that's not how you are supposed to make notes. You're only supposed to make notes so that you can take reference even before, we can take the example that how you revise before the exams. So you just have to refer. So for that, you are supposed to have short, precise, and to the point, crisp notes. All right. So that's how you're supposed to make. Secondly, they should be relevant with important information in logical order. So they should be relevant with all the important information that has been conveyed throughout the unseen passage in a logical order. That is in a sequence, right? You need to find suitable headings, subheadings. The title should not be repeated. All right? So the title shouldn't get repeated. It should be written once, and you need to find what are the suitable headings and subheadings. You need to divide into headings and subheadings, your content, your matter, all right, while you're preparing notes. You need to avoid using examples, articles, or prepositions, all right? You're supposed to avoid using examples, otherwise it would just elongate. So you need to avoid examples, articles, or prepositions. Use of hyphens, symbols, introduce gap in all these symbols. Then we move forward to steps to note making. Now, firstly, what you need to keep in mind is, obviously, as I've mentioned before, that you need to read the passage thoroughly. You need to locate keywords, phrases, and sentences. All right. So locate the important words that are out there in the unseen passage, the important lines that are there. You need to divide the passage in a proper manner, in a sequential and in a coherent manner. All right. So thematically you can divide, structurally you can divide the passage. You need to but divide passage structurally, thematically for headings. There should be coherence, there should be proper orient, there should be proper order that goes. All right. Then provide required subheadings under each of the headings. So you would be having headings, then they would be divided into subheadings, and for because you have headings, subheadings, and then you can even further divide your subheadings into subheadings. That's how we go about in note making. Then use abbreviations in notes, minimum 4. You are supposed to use minimum 4 abbreviations, all right, in your note making process, and provide key for the same. You need to provide key to abbreviations. Here, key refers to that you are supposed to provide key to abbreviations for the same at the end of the notes. So when you are done with your note making process, ideally it should be done within the box, but it's not mandatory. All right. And after that, after you are done with your note making process, you're supposed to have your key to abbreviations, and after that you're supposed to have your summary. We'll talk about that too. I'll come to that point too. All right. Make abbreviations of long words, phrases also repeated in the passage. So you're supposed to make abbreviations of long words, the words that are long, they have long length. You're supposed to abbreviate them. All right. And which are also repeated in the passage. You can't have your own abbreviations. The abbreviations are accepted worldwide. You can only make use of them. Clear?